Jai Mohanji to all. We are reading I Am Mohanji. We are almost at the end of the book. Maybe today's episode and one another concluding episode. It's chapter 10 today. Mohanji Gunas. Gunas means noble qualities in nature. Mohanji is full of precious gunas. There is a beautiful chaupai which I would like to share. Chaupai means a verse or a poem consisting of 4 lines. The chaupai goes like this. रामचंद्र गुण बर नहीं लागा सुनत ही सीता कर दुख भागा लगी सुनाई श्रवण मन लाई अधिहिते सब कथा सुनाई. The meaning is explained. Hanumanji began to recount Sri Ramachandra's praises. The moment they reached Sita's ears, her grief took flight. She listened with all her soul and ears, while Hanuman narrated the story from the very beginning. The context is also explained. Mata Sita had been abducted by Ravana and was spending the days of imprisonment in the Ashok Vatika. On one particular day, she felt extremely sad, burdened by the load full of sorrows. Hanumanji had been visiting her during this time. When he got aware of Mata Sita's condition, he knew exactly how to bring lightness to her. He started describing Sri Rama's gunas one by one to her. He wanted to recount Rama's noble qualities in nature. Some of his great qualities are kindness, compassion, unconditional love, righteousness, gratefulness, and so many more. He had just begun describing the first quality when Sita already felt light. As soon as they reached Sita's ears, her sorrows vanished completely. She listened with all her soul and ears while Hanuman narrated the whole story from the very beginning. So powerful are the gunas of Rama that she didn't even have to listen to the full course from Hanuman. On just beginning to hear one guna of Rama and feeling it into the depths of her heart, Mata Sita's sorrows vanished. Such are the noble gunas of our dear Mohanji as well. Some of the gunas that I personally have experienced are as below. Even if one of his gunas reaches to the depth of our hearts, I believe it can purify us and help heal our sorrows. Here's a picture of Mata Sita sitting under the Ashok Vatika tree and Hanumanji narrating the gunas of Sri Rama one by one to her. Now we'll continue to read the noble gunas of Sri Mohanji. The first one is Mohanji is kindness. You sometimes need external help to pull you out of certain deep-rooted problems. It's not that you have a deficiency. It is just that you are on a certain level of awareness and you need help from somebody with higher awareness. This is in inverted commas. These are the words spoken by Mohanji. I'll read the context so you will understand more. These may not be the exact words because I cannot remember. I don't have so much in my memory, but approximately this is it. I repeat. So this is Mohanji saying again. I repeat. He repeats the whole thing again. You sometimes need external help to pull you out of deep-rooted problems. It's not that you have a deficiency. It is just that you are on a certain level of awareness and you need help from somebody with higher awareness. So in brackets I have written, please pardon me as the words may not be exact, but please feel the essence. Now what are these lines? These are the opening statements of Mohanji on day 2 of Empowered 4. It is the same day that I had done the blunder of asking a misframed question that had taken me through rough blows. I am bringing this up again to bring to your notice the quality of kindness in Mohanji. He already knows the course of the future events. He is aware how much hurting is in store for me in the upcoming part of the session. I received a very hard blow, and this blow itself is what the external help Mohanji is talking about. The blow was a cure in disguise. It was like a bitter medicine that eventually removed the problem from the roots. Mohanji is aware of what the future course of events holds for me. He is already feeling sad for having to inflict pain. At the same time, he is the epitome of being responsible and he does what needs to be done. He will only do things that are most favorable for us. Sometimes a painful remedy is the best option. He is applying balm through his opening statement itself. Opening statements always hold tremendous significance. He is repeating it as well. His repeating of the words exponentially raises up his expression of kindness. He just cannot hurt us or thrash us for the things we supposedly consider as mistakes. I recognized it much later. I was overwhelmed by his kind gesture. Now, whenever I hear him say that there will be many, many tests, I am like, what tests can you possibly take, Mohanji? All these sessions were conducted online to a big group with participants from across the globe. These statements too are part of the general address, but intuitively I have perceived them as personal address. The next guna, when we are in pain, he is in pain too. When a devotee is experiencing sorrow, Mohanji, who is supreme consciousness himself, is already feeling more sorrowful. He feels our pain. We can hear it in his voice. We can feel the shift in the vibrations in his speech. I have felt the pain in his voice in not just my most sorrowful moments, but also when I have had casual mood swings. We feel like a small baby in the lap of our mother when we have developed a strong connection with him, a mother who protects her baby all the time. I lost my wallet once. It had all my identity cards, my passport, and my bank cards. This has happened just a month before the next Empowered program is scheduled for again in Serbia. I was already planning things and looking forward to booking my air tickets. The passport was lost, and that brought my all plans to a standstill. I have felt Mohanji's presence with me during such moments. These kinds of experiences are hard to put into words because they are all about subtle feelings happening on a subtler plane. What is important here is that Mohanji made me feel that he is with me and that he is with me totally on the same page with the same intensity of feelings as that of mine. That feeling makes us super strong to face all kinds of difficulties. In fact, we start loving these difficulties as they have opened the doors that allow us to be in His presence. It is not that we feel Mohanji's presence just in our big time difficulties, but I have felt His presence in some very silly mood change moments as well. My husband was away from home for a job related tour. A moment happened to me where I was feeling this vacuum of being left alone. You need to believe that Mohanji knows the subtler than the subtle vibrations of ours. He made me feel his presence yet again just to cheer me up. His comforting words that reached me were, "We are used to certain sounds, like the sounds of our loved ones. We need to rise above them." Mohanji's living presence with me is priceless. I was profusely crying. I was like, "Oh Mohanji, these are silly troubles. I can handle them. You don't have to take them. You don't have to take these botherations." The effects of this experience are very, very transformative. When I think deeply about it, I find that here is a God in my life who is standing by my side in the most silliest moments of my life. And then, how could it be possible that He may forget me in difficult times? I felt the firm grip of Him holding my hand. If it gets the other way round, me holding His hand, there are chances that I may occasionally lose grip. But if He is holding my hand, I can never fall. I was now feeling and understanding things to an altogether different level. It has developed an unshakable faith towards Him. Next guna, Mohanji very promptly rewards us back, that too in abundance, for our minutest acts of good deeds. Whenever I have done a little bit in charity, or even the smallest act of selflessness, I have experienced Him rewarding me back in some way or the other that too promptly and in abundance. An example to mention here would be I'm just about to click on the donate button when I get a call on my phone that resolves some of the most awaited issues of mine. Next guna, Mohanji pampers his devotees. He gave us a five-star treatment for the in-person program of Empowered 5.0 in Zlatibor, Serbia. Serene location, five-star room facilities, buffet filled with varieties of food and all the physical comforts. He kept making sure that we were comfortable and happy. We all heard him repeatedly say, if you have any troubles or problems, please tell me. Next guna, selflessness. Mohanji has earned this spiritual wealth, this grand stature through lot of tapasya, penance. Probably spending time in biting cold temperatures in the Himalayas with bare minimum essentials. When you read his blog Babaji Beyond Dimension, you will see and know how he has nullified himself to ashes from the inside. And this priceless wealth, he is so easily and selflessly giving it to us freely for nothing in return. Here's a beautiful picture of Mohanji. Next guna, attractive form. Mohanji's form has a force, a kind of magnetic attraction. His intense eyes reflect the purity of his crystal clear soul. The inner richness attained through continuous selfless service is reflected in his golden eyelids. His charming hair curls arrest our attention. Every gesture of his is graceful and attractive. When he speaks, it is like Krishna playing his flute. We all get drawn to hear him and just want to keep hearing him. Once a person sees him, he can't easily forget. His radiant form remains in our minds. Next guna, Mohanji protects. He is protecting us. Nothing can ever happen to us. The protection cover is undoubtedly strong. We need to have full faith. He protects us and our dependents as well. He takes care of our possessions and gives us more. Next guna, we are his responsibility and responsibility is above life for him. Just about the time for the Empowered program in Serbia, Mohanji had met with a car accident. He was hospitalized for cardiac issues. The participants all know that he took an early discharge. He definitely was not fully well, yet he chose to keep up on his commitments towards us and Empowered program happened as scheduled. Into brackets, Dear Mohanji, I am now quite capable of handling my life. Please do not take my karma on yourself. You are precious. We need you. Next guna, he is unconditional love. He expresses love to all beings all the time. We all know how rigorously he is facilitating services for one and all throughout the globe through the medium of various platforms he has established. Next guna, Mohanji is wisdom. He is the complete ocean of wisdom. He is the knower of complete knowledge in its absolute truth. He has found it with great penance. When he says it is, then it is so. If we apply our limited minds to it, then we miss it. We are so fortunate to have him amongst us to know, to learn, and to understand about things that are way beyond. He tells us about the various dimensions of consciousness and dimensions of our own existence. He gives us clarity about reasons for taking births repeatedly, clarity about the purpose of our lives, and provides the roadmap to liberation. Next guna, he merges us into his own consciousness. Mohanji likes to call himself a friend to the world. People call him a humanitarian, a philanthropist, and a spiritual mentor. To me, he is Rama, he is Krishna, he is Jesus, he is Buddha. I met him, a complete stranger. 1 year down the line, I feel the oneness in consciousness with him. He takes us forward at every step. He is fully aware of the states of awareness we are in at each point in time. I have experienced my awareness grow higher and higher as I have crossed these steps on my journey. From meeting Mohanji as a complete stranger to connecting to his physical form, growing further into a heartfelt bonding to feeling the oneness in thoughts, deeply integrating into his qualities, ultimately feeling the oneness in consciousness. He merges us into his own consciousness. I realize that the situations, the events, and the activities that we find ourselves in are specially sent for us to cross over to the subsequent milestone. We should not let our minds distort our realities. We must practice higher awareness and have complete faith. Then we learn the exact lesson our situations, events, and activities are holding for us. Next guna, he sees us through our past and future lives. Mohanji knows us more than we know ourselves. He knows our past, our present, and our future. He knows us through our previous lives and future lives. He knows about the impressions that are stored in our sheets, means koshas, about which we ourselves are unaware. His meeting me in the image of my own son is a good example to mention. Next guna, destiny changes at his feet. Mine did. My tears transformed to joy, my suffering transformed to bliss. I have grown so much in self esteem, self confidence, self love, and self acceptance. I learned the true meaning of my life, the purpose of our lives. The purpose is but one, it is to serve the Supreme Consciousness, to be in tune with His will, to be extra sensitive to the needs of the beings around us, to serve the beings that come to our awareness and practice utmost kindness and compassion. Next guna, he takes care of our environment and puts it in the best of our favor. His energy around us works in a prompt and extra spontaneous manner where we are connected to his consciousness. I am observing that the people who come to my awareness are exhibiting some kind of special attention and care towards me. I would like to share a small incident. I was writing a testimonial. It was still on a draft stage. In my testimonial, I was writing something about the Kindle app that I have on my phone. My husband suddenly out of nowhere gets an idea to read some books I had on my Kindle. He asked me to share, but we could not figure out a way to share, and in this whole process, my books got deleted from the app. With this incident, the truth related to my Kindle that I was about to write in my testimonial lost its validity. So I had to delete that portion from my testimonial. I understood it was all Mohanji's energy at work. I understood that writing the Kindle thing in my testimonial was not a very good idea. And this was Mohanji's Leela to stop me and save me from any embarrassments. The next guna is, he is lighthouse. He is showing the right direction to humanity by being a guide and by being an example. Mohanji says, masters are road signs. We are all treading an unknown path. We are all trying to find the true self imbibed within us, the very source of our existence. We lack the ability to even perceive what it is. It is like complete darkness to us, completely an unknown territory. Mohanji so kindly and gently ushering us one step at a time to our destination. Next guna, he is vegan. Mohanji is pure vegan, more vegan than any vegan, in the sense that he is sensitive to even a sprouted grain as a life form and refrains from its consumption. He also does not consume any plant food that has not seen the sun, like the roots and stuff. He has taught us to feel the agony of the voiceless animals, especially the cows in the dairy industry of our time, who have to live torturous lives while they live and then put to a torturous death as well, all just to satisfy some petty need of ours. Let us all refrain from consuming any dairy products and save some cows. Next guna, Mohanji is assurance. We have heard various stories of gods and goddesses telling the devotees, keep walking, I am behind you. Our Mohanji tells us, I am with you. He does not walk a step behind, but walks shoulder to shoulder with us. This is great assurance. This helps us to rise above all fears. We should inculcate to always feel Him walking with us. Then we become courageous in all situations. Then we don't see the snakes, we only see ropes. Snakes and ropes are in inverted commas. The next guna, Mohanji walks with us. Mohanji holds our hands. I remember one instance when I was very clearly understanding an instruction that Mohanji gave and very well felt the significance as well. Until this part, we are all okay, like listening to stories, feeling good about them. But what do we do after that? We go to bed. Seldom do we think about its application in real life. It doesn't get translated to the action part. Laziness overtakes us. In this particular instance that I'm talking about, Mohanji had a sarcastic way to shake off my laziness. I felt a subtle impulse which best put into words would be, no problem, we will continue to walk as long as it takes. I forcefully brought myself to action mode. Here is a fortune to have a master of this stature to guide, to take us ahead speedily, and we should not get overtaken by laziness and miss this great opportunity. So we have come to the end of the chapter, but not end of the noble qualities of Mohanji. There are many, many more. These were just few of them which I have narrated, which I have experienced them as my own personal true experiences. So surely I'll get an opportunity to understand more of his gunas, and then I shall definitely narrate them to you as well. Thank you so much for joining every episode of mine and so heartily listening to the reading of book I Am Mohanji. Stay blessed. Thank you very much. Jai Mohanji.